Here is everything you need to know for the 2021 BMW M340i xDrive. My name is Denver, I'm a client advisor here at Parkview BMW, and today I'm going to take you through everything you need to know for the 2021 M340. I'm going to highlight the differences from last year, take you guys through all the standard features, what every single button does, then I'll hop into the packages, show you what the additional options are. At the end of the video, I'm going to walk through the technical specs and show you guys the retail ordering guide so you know what all the price points and everything are that you're looking to price out an M340. Before we get into the video, make sure you like this as it does help me with YouTube's algorithm. Consider subscribing for more BMW content, future walkarounds, and future BMW news. Okay, so let's talk about the differences from the 2020 model to the 2021. BMW had some very minor updates for the 2021 model. There was a price increase of $1,050 compared to last year's. Another thing that happened was they introduced the 48-volt mild hybrid technology with a lithium-ion battery that gets coupled with the B58 engine. So there's now a starter generator that they add in to give you an 11 horsepower boost and make that active stop and go engine start stop button, make that smoother transitioning from when you're going from a stop and accelerating forward. You no longer feel the engine. The next thing they did is they made the high beam assistant on the adaptive LED headlights a standard feature for the M340. Although minor changes going to include the leather dashboard was moved from the Excellence package, and then red M Sport brakes were added new for the 2021 model year. Before I move into all the standard features on the car, I want to give a quick plug to Parkview's BMW's new online lifestyle store. Parkview BMW recently released their online shop section. You can now get all the genuine BMW products you'd normally find in the dealership. You can get it online through our website, get some from the M Motorsports collection. I have a couple of these in my wardrobe. You can get some super detailed model scale cars. This one's a 2002 Homage based on the M2. You know, it's got genuine watches, sunglasses, Mont Blanc wallets, also any key tag for any BMW model. If you need to buy a gift and you have somebody that loves BMW, make sure you head onto our website, use Denver BMW for 15% off all orders. We ship out worldwide, so make sure you go check it out and get yourself some genuine BMW at Parkview. We have any genuine BMW parts that you might want. All right, let's move in and talk about the standard features for the M340. Okay, let's start at the front of the vehicle for the standard features. The first thing you're going to notice is the adaptive LED headlights with the redesigned halo headlights. Moving down from there, you have these dimples in the bumper, which are going to be your park distance control system or your proximity sensors front and rear that are going to just let you know what's around you when you're parking and avoid you hitting some poles and clipping some curbs. Down below, you have the honeycomb grille. Behind there, the air goes through to two side radiators to help with some additional cooling. Honeycomb grille through the center. Now on a normal M340, you won't have this puck here. It'll just be the honeycomb grills go through. This is for the Advanced Driver Assistance package, which I'll come back to that a little bit in the video. You have the cerium gray kidney grills with the new mesh design. So on the 340, you no longer have the kidney slot grills. You now have this mesh design that's built in there. And then behind there, it's hard to see, but there is some active air vents flaps. So when the car needs cooling, opens them up, the engine gets all the cooling it needs. Other than that, you save more fuel because you have a lower drag coefficient, and it helps get the heat on the inside of the cabin faster in the wintertime. One thing I love about the M340 is the cerium gray grille also matches in with the grille content, as well as the mirror caps, the rims, the exhaust pipes on the back. Everything ties in with this beautiful cerium gray. Another standard feature that's at the front of the M340 that you can't tell, but it's inside the sensors, is going to be the pre-collision system. So if a pedestrian runs out and above you, below 60 kilometers an hour, the car is going to automatically brake for you, keep you protected. Now at the back of the M340 does come standard with this little lip spoiler, really adds some aggression to the back of the car. Cerium gray M340 badges, I absolutely love. Standard rear view camera, it's going to be right below your BMW roundel. And then the 3D imprinted, that kind of stick out tail lights, as well as deflector down below. And then little dimples for the park distance control system. And then coming down as well, you have the gray diffuser. So no matter what color of the car, this one's a beautiful oxide gray, but no matter which option you have, you're still gonna have this darker gray diffuser at the bottom with the cerium gray tailpipes as well. Now the back of the M340 has a lot of standard features that you can't see. One of them is going to be that active M Sport differential or the limited slip transmission that really gives M340 that rear bias BMW enthusiast feel for when you're cornering. So it still feels like a rear-wheel drive, but gives you the standard all-wheel drive to protect you in the wintertime. A couple other sensors are back here for rear cross traffic alert when you're backing out of a parking space, somebody's coming down along the road. Car is going to automatically brake to avoid a collision. Also has rear collision avoidance. So if these sensors pick up that somebody is about to slam into the back of you, it's going to release the brake so that it minimizes the impact and the amount of force that the car reduces to your body. Basically, by releasing the brake, even if you're pressing on the brake, it automatically releases it, so your car can roll forward and minimizes that impact. All right, let's talk about all the standard features on the side of the vehicle. So these are the standard rims, the cerium gray rims. I absolutely love these. I think they're fantastic. You do have the options if you're placing out a factory order, whether you want the all-season tires, the performance run flats, or the performance non-run flats. Park distance control sensor on the side, so you're getting full view of what's around you. You can know if you're clipping a curb. The M badge on the side, cerium gray mirror. Also in this mirror, you're gonna get blind spot monitoring system, heating in the winter time to melt that ice away, high gloss black window surround, the sunroof, all standard features. And then in the tires, you're also gonna get the standard M Sport brakes. They come standard in the red, they come standard in the blue brakes, 4-pot piston calipers in the front, and then you have a single floating caliper in the rear for that standard automatic brake hold function. So when you're at a red light, you can let your foot off the brake and reduce the wear on your legs and ankles while you're driving. Okay, so one of the last standard features on the M340 is going to be your gas tank. When the vehicle is locked, if you press this, nothing's gonna happen, but as soon as you unlock the vehicle, tap in, it opens up, and you're able to put your gas in the vehicle. Make sure you use premium for these turbocharged engines. So these are the standard rims for the M340. These are the Style 792. They also come wrapped around with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, 225/40 19s in the front, 255/35 19s in the rear, so a little bit wider staggered set in the rear. These are the performance non-run flat tires, and each rim comes built in with the tire pressure monitoring system, so you always know what your tire pressure is on the inside of the cabin. All right, so that was all the standard features for the M340 on the outside of the vehicle. Now I'm gonna hop behind the camera and take you guys through the inside, all the standard features and what every single button does. Okay, so let's start at the rear with the trunk. Now, your trunk will automatically pop up. This one is going a little bit slow because it's the automatic trunk. I'm gonna come back to that. These switches on the standard won't be there, so let's just pretend they're not there and let's move on. So in your storage trunk, standard vanilla floor mats are gonna come with this car. You're gonna get the storage compartment packages in the back here, and that's pretty much it for the trunk. There is gonna be 2 seat releases, one on either side for you to pop down the back seats. They do just pop. You will have to press the seats forward if you actually want them to go down. There's a small hook on this side and a small storage area down on the right here, and your 12-volt converter flap right there as well for any accessories. Now let's move into the cabin. And we'll start with the back seat. This one does have our beautiful cognac interior. Vernasca leather is going to be a standard feature for the M340, so you can choose between any different Vernasca leather option, and it's not going to include any extra pricing or anything like that. Now inside the back seats, now this is where you can pull the seats down, you can pop them forward. Have all of your headrests are adjustable. They can go up and down. Your center one can plop in. You do have the load through system, so if you wanted to move that 20 split, you can pull that through, as well as cup holders in the center here. Standard lights at the back here, and your standard sunroof in the front seats. You do have the climate control section in the back seats here, as well as 2 USB-C ports that you can plug in and charge. So you can select the temperature back here. You can also control this through the driver's seat in the front. Cup holders in the door handles and nets on the back of the seat, part of the storage compartment package. Like I was showing you guys before on the mirror, this is what the blind spot monitoring looks like, the auto dimming, and it is light up. And they do power fold in as well as another standard feature. Now moving into the beautiful cockpit of the M340, we're gonna start on the door here. Now on the door, you're gonna have your central door lock position is new update from the last gen, which is really nice. Your seat settings are now on your door instead of on the seat. Now these are your galvanic controls. This is an upgraded option. Your normal one would just have black buttons like this black plastic here for everything. You have your window controls, your rear seat, child safety, and your mirrors. You can manually power in, or they'll automatically do it when you lock the vehicle, and then moving your mirror position around. Down below, you have your cup holder, extra cup holder for like water bottles, and your trunk release button. You can open your trunk from your door. Now, moving into the Vernasca leather options, your seats have adjustable headrests down there, and then your lower controls here for, you know, all your adjustability. Also adjustable side bolstering you can do, leg extension you can do for the seats. You have door stills with M340 on them, aluminum pedals and the aluminum dead pedal, still have the protective plastings on. Moving up, you have the engine release. Just pull twice to pop the engine. We'll have it open while we check out the B58 engine. This is the B58 engine bay. This is a 3-liter twin scroll inline 6 turbocharged engine. I love with BMW how they do is they put these little indents to let you know how many cylinders are on it. Looks like a carbon fiber weave built in there. Air filters on this side and turbo down there. The main things to know over here is you have your washer fluid fill up is on the left side, and if you ever need to boost anybody, you have your positive terminal here and your negative terminal there. While we do looking at the engine, why don't we do an engine startup for you guys so you can hear what this thing sounds like before we go any farther. Now, before we hop back into the inside, I do just want to point out one thing on your roof here. This is standard for connecting in a roof rack system. So if you do want to put the roof racks on your car, you can boom, just put that, plug those in there and you'll be able to do that. Now, moving back into the car, above the hood release, you're going to have a small pocket here for some storage compartment area, and then coming up you have your automatic lights and your dimming and everything like that, and your air vents. And you're looking at the Live Cockpit Professional, which is a full digital LCD screen, which is absolutely fantastic. When you turn the car on, it turns into a map view center here, and you have the fatigue sensor right here. Coming down, you have your turn signal, automatic high beam switch, and your BC. BC will cycle through the widgets that are up here, and you can go through information displays. Onto your steering wheel, cruise control is going to be on the left side. Heated steering wheel button is standard, going to be right there, and then you have all of your infotainment controls on the right. Now, the M340 also comes standard with these sports transmissions, so that means you're going to get the paddle shifters for positive and negative, and then also a launch control you can unlock in there as well when you go all the way into sport mode, which is absolutely fantastic on this car. Now, moving over, you have your infotainment display. I'm not going to dive too much info on the infotainment display. If you want to know everything there is to know about the iDrive 7, just click the link at the top of the screen. I'll just give you guys a quick summary. So here's the home menu. You can redo these tiles and make them anything that you want. The preview screens, media, communications, your navigation, and your car. Standard navigation is going to be built in here with all M340s. You can get your driving info. One thing that's really cool about this screen is it shows the color of your car. So if you had a blue car, this changes to blue, which is really awesome. You can go through driving information is cool. You can get the sport gauges, tells you your turbo boost, your pressure, oil temperature, and horsepower and torque when you're on the pedal, as well as a G-force meter, which is really cool. So you can see how much G-forces you're taking when you turn a corner. Energy flow, lots of cool things like that. And then we'll go down to settings, and then you can go through and select all your settings, which is really cool, like interior, ambient lighting for the additional package that you get. I'll come back to that. Nice thing about it, driver's profile. So you can have more than one driver profile, and the driver profile in BMW are fantastic because they won't just save your seat setting. Like, it saves absolutely anything. If you adjust the climate control sensor, like the temperature, if you adjust that, it's going to save that. If you adjust any of the safety systems, so just below here you have your safety systems. If you go in and configure any safety systems, it saves to each driver profile. The seat positioning, the mirror settings, everything saves to the driver profile. As soon as you get in with the other car key, it automatically switches over the driver profiles with you, which is fantastic. Beside the quick button is your hazards button, and then all of your climate control setting. Standard heated seats is going to be on the inside. My favorite is the max AC button. You just click that, you get that max airflow. All of your vents can be turned on, turned off. And then coming down, you have your radio control. I actually love this because the 1 through 8 buttons aren't just like radio presets, they're actually anything. You'll see here, it's highlighting at the top. If that will just go away, go back up. Yeah, so when you highlight your finger cross, you can assign it to anything. So driver profiles, you can even say, I want to go into sport gauges. I'm going to program into 1. Boom, program. Anytime you click 1, no matter what screen you're on, sport gauges. How cool is that? Moving down, you do have this cover that protects your cup holders. Just tap it, opens up. I'm going to come back to the wireless charging tray and what that card is, but you're always going to get your cup holders here, and then moving down you have your transmission shifter. You do have to click the unlock button on the side, and then you goes into the gear like back or forward for reverse, and then when you're done you press P for park. Going down to the switches here, this one here is going to be your traction control. If you press this once, you'll get what's called DTC. You'll get DTC, which is like a traction control, gets you out of like a stuck situation in the winter time. Press and hold, it'll turn off your traction control and you can do some drifties in the parking lot. I'm going to come back to this one because it's not a standard feature. Park distance control is a standard feature. You can turn it on manually, or as soon as you go into reverse, automatically turns on. When you do, this pops up. This one is not the standard feature, so you'll just get the rear view camera here, and proximity sensors will pop up here on the normal cars. Now moving down, you have a blank tile here. Last year, this was for the engine start stop. Now with the new 48 volt mild hybrid technology, you don't get to choose. If you're in either comfort or eco mode, it's automatically going to shut the engine off as soon as you go below 15 kilometers as you're coming to a stop. So before you even get to a stop, your engine will be shut off, and then the first initial takeoff, unless you're in sport mode, it's going to use that starter generator electricity to push you forward. If you're in sport mode, it'll give you 11 horsepower boost between both engines, the electric engine and the gas engine, to propel you forward as fast as possible. Your engine start stop button to turn the car on and off, and then like I was saying, your sport, comfort, eco mode to adjust the settings. When you go sport mode, it changes the gauge cluster. Every time you start the car, you'll be in comfort mode, and then you can also go down to eco pro and save as much fuel as possible. On the right side, you do have your iDrive controller and quick key buttons that you can do to adjust. Screen is touchscreen at any point, like you saw me using before, so you can always touchscreen that or use the iDrive controller. And the next buttons are going to be this dial here. I'm going to come back to that one. Your auto H button option here, and you can also, this is not the standard one, the aluminum is the standard one, so this is a no charge option. You can also change it, and it's also going to change the trim on the dash as well there. Moving over the dash, you have your glove box, going to look just like that, extra water bottle holder in the door. And then coming up, you have your auto dimming rear view mirror, all the controls for your lights and your sunroof, and then your SOS button with your microphones for when you're on your phone. Now, last standard feature to talk about on the inside is going to be your glove compartment with a standard USB-C charging port, which is awesome for all the new technology. Now, you also do get connected drive services for your app. You can do that. Another thing is the remote engine start is something that I didn't talk about before as a standard feature. So you can do it through your cell phone or on your key fob. All you have to do is triple click your lock button. It might not do it because the engine was starting. It's like, oh, there we go. So engine's gonna start up. It's gonna precondition for 15 minutes, and then to shut it off, 1, 2, 3. So it's like preconditioning. If your car is already up to temperature, it's not going to start for you. It won't do any of that. And then if you don't get into your car after 15 minutes, it's automatically going to shut off. As you can see here, when the car locked, the mirrors automatically folded in. Another thing that's going to be standard is your alarm system that's going to be built in there. Flashing red light. These Vernasca leather sports seats are another standard feature. Satellite radio on the inside is another standard feature. The M Sport suspension that you get is a standard feature compared to the normal 3 Series. High gloss black window surround, I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, also a standard feature. Okay, now I've showed you guys all the standard features inside and out on the M340. Now I'm going to start getting into the packages, and the first package we're going to talk about is the Premium Enhanced package. So I'm going to break down everything there is to know about the Premium Enhanced package on the M340. Okay, so now let's talk about the Premium Enhanced package on the car. The first thing that you're going to get with it is going to be the automated trunk. When you click the button there, it's just gonna full power up for you, and you're gonna get 2 options here. One to just close the trunk, one to close the trunk and lock all the doors. Just gonna close the trunk for now, and you can see it fully powers down. It's gonna be the first thing in the Premium Enhanced package. The next thing is gonna be the universal remote control. So on the inside here, on the bottom of the mirror, you're gonna get 3 buttons there that you can program in for your garage door opener. The next item, it's probably one of my favorites. It's going to be the comfort door access system. So as long as your key's in your pocket and you come up to the door, there's 3 little ribs here. You press, car unlocks, mirrors can fold in for you. And to unlock the car, just put your hand there, automatically unlocks. Walk away from the car, it will automatically lock the door for you once you get so far away. It's going to be your lumbar support. So on your seats here, drivers and passengers, you're going to have lumbar supporting for that extra back. The next item is going to be the leatherette dashboard you get here. So the leatherette dashboard, a lot softer dashboard you get over the plastic. back, you're gonna get heated seats on either side. Lighting. So it's hard to see because it's daytime so much in here, but you can kind of see that groove right there would be where the ambient lighting lights up. You can slightly see a little bit of red in there, but it's going to be in the door panels, and it's also going to be underneath the trim here to give you some really cool ambient lighting. And you can go into your menu for your ambient lighting, and let's go settings, let's go interior lighting, and you can change the color of it, which is pretty cool. You can make it green if you wanted to, and then you can change the brightness and get the brightness all the way toned up, so you can see where the ambient lighting will show up, which is pretty awesome. You can also do dynamic light in there, so if you have your car door open, it will be flashing red to warn for pedestrians and bicyclists that the door is open, and you can also dim it for nighttime driving. You can just turn it off if you don't even like it. So the next thing is going to be the wireless charging tray in here. So you're going to get a wireless charging pad that you can put your phone into. Also works with a when you have comfort door access and wireless charging, you get this digital key, which is like an M card that you can put in. You tap it on your door handle, the car unlocks, and you put this on the charging tray, and the car will actually start up, which is pretty fantastic. You can also put a digital key into your Apple iPhone as well as an Android phone. And then part of that is going to be the extended USB, so you're going to get this extra USB port and the extended Bluetooth, also the Wi-Fi hotspot. So you're going to get a 1 GB free Wi-Fi hotspot. All right, so that's everything in the Premium Enhanced package. Now I'm going to dive into the Advanced Driver's Assistance package and let you guys know everything that's in there. For you there, so you can lens at the front, and then in that is the parking assistant. So this car can actually reverse parallel the park for you. I can't show that in this video, but if you just click the link at the top of the screen, go through and show you everything you need to know about the parking assistant with surround view. The next thing that's part of the Advanced Driver Assistance is set through here, and also your traffic jam assistance. So when you're under 60 kilometers an hour, it'll actively keep you centered in your lane, taking over the steering for you, which is pretty fantastic. So if you want to see all of that info, just click the link at the top of the screen again, and I'll show you all the Advanced Driver's Assistance stuff. Okay, now I've been through the Enhanced package, the Advanced Driver's Assistance package. Now we're going to talk about the Excellence package, which is basically the fully loaded. It's going to have everything from those two packages, plus a couple extra features. Let's talk about those. Controls up here. It doesn't have the laser lights on the 340, so let's walk just over to, let's say this X5. You can see this X5 over here. You can see the blues in it. It'll be the same shape, but you'll get the blue highlights inside, and that's when you know you have the laser light headlights. Like dash cam. So it's going to record 20 seconds before and 20 seconds after the event of an accident from all 360 cameras. Your finger around, up, down, and you'll be able to change the volume and everything like that. Okay, now I've taken you through almost all the packages. The only thing left is the M Technology package. Why don't we dive into that, and I'll show you what comes in that package. The only thing that's going to include is the upgraded wheel options, the black wheels that you can get for this car. That's going to be part of the package. So you can get the different wheels. If I can plug it in right here. Next thing is you're going to get a bigger brake rotor. So you're going to get extra cooling on your front brakes. And then there's an additional engine oil cooler built into the front bumper there for that M Technology package. It's a lot better if you plan on going to the track and doing all that kinds of stuff. Okay, now I'm taking you guys through all the packages and everything like that. Why don't we hop into the product ordering guide so you can check out the pricing options, all the paint options, the interior options, everything like that. Everything you can get for the 2021 M340. Okay, so here's the product ordering guides for the vehicle. You can check out the two right columns. The farthest from the right, or the farthest on the right, is going to be the North American version, which is just Mexico. So you'll notice paint was limited there. Certain ones, if you want the extra paints, they can only come from Germany. And same with the leathers. Like the merino leather is only equipped on the German-built cars, not from the cars in Mexico. Then moving down, you'll notice Premium Enhanced package. All the pricing, everything is what I talked about before. So if you want to pause and review any of the slides, just feel free to do that. Okay, I've taken you guys through the ordering guides, I've taken you guys through everything there is. The only thing left is the technical specs. So I'm gonna show you guys what the technical specs pages are for the M340. All right, so that is everything you need to know about the 2021 M340. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, please absolutely smash that like button, as it does help me with YouTube's algorithm. Consider subscribing for more BMW content in the future, BMW walkarounds and BMW news. I also do monthly giveaways, so make sure you check my page and see what my current giveaway is if you want to win some free BMW merch. All of that is sponsored by Parkview BMW's online website, so if you want to buy some genuine BMW products for your friends or family, make sure you head over to shop.parkviewbmw.com and use Denver BMW for 15% off. If you are in the Toronto marketplace and you are looking to buy a BMW, whether it's an M340 or any other model, please feel free to reach out at my email down below, and I'd be happy to help you out and give you guys the best purchase experience you've ever had when getting a BMW. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you around.